your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100+ globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like Generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100+ global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500+ multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100+ authorized training partners and 50+ universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000+ members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100+ globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like Generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100+ global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500+ multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100+ authorized training partners and 50+ universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000+ members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello, everyone. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you very much for joining. We'll start the session now. Please allow me a minute so I can quickly share my screen and we can begin. And meanwhile, please let us know where you're watching this session from. We would love to know your locations, as it's always good to see how global audience is joining us. And here we go. I hope you all can see my screen, and I would love to give you all a very warm welcome to our new series which is started from today, which is GSTC Certified Learning, Generative and Agentic AI, Building Autonomous Intelligent for Enterprise Transformation. My name is Preetham. I'll be here as moderator. Feel free to use the chat box in case if you have any question or concern. I'm very happy to assist you all. And a quick introduction to our hosting organization, those who have joined us for the first time. So we are a global skill development council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral, completely independent certification body. And we are accredited by ABICP. And also we do have 100 plus authorized. So they help us to improve our programs. And I would love to give them a big thanks. And those who have joined us through our training partner channel, in case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, feel free to reach out to our training partners to have further inquiries, and you will find their contact details shortly in the chat box. And also we are supported by World Press Hub, which is our official media partner. They cover all of the events and press releases. And also I'm very proud to inform you all, we do have 100 plus certification portfolios with us. And we have certified more than 250,000 professionals worldwide so far. Also, we have 500 plus subject matter experts. Those are industry experts. So they help us with our exams, programs, and all the deliverables. And of course, there are affiliates from top universities like Harvard, Stanford, MIT. And also, we are in association with 1,000 plus multinational corporates, 500 Fortune companies, and 50 plus universities across the world. And a quick introduction to our learning initiative, where we have this platform, GSTC AI Studio, where we are providing 100 plus live sessions on AI, which is of course led by global experts, where we are providing 4 daily sessions, which is 45 minutes of live impactful sessions along with the hands-on learning, which means you can apply all the concept that you have learned immediately. And in case if you get any question or doubts, all your question and doubts will be resolved instantly and with the help of our subject matter experts. So this training is aligned with the industry standards for the job ready skills. And I believe this is an amazing opportunity to learn from the AI leaders around the world. And in case if you're looking for any further information regarding the GSTC AI Studio, get in touch with a learning advisor for further information. And without any further delay, I would love to introduce our speaker today, Nisarg Kadam. So Nisarg is lead AI engineer at Global Bank, Singapore, and he's a board member of GSTC, and he's a professional AI trainer. Nisarg specializes in building enterprise-grade multi-agent AI system using RAG, MCP-based orchestration, and autonomous reasoning. He has developed production AI platform across finance, HR, healthcare, and public sector domains. We are proud to have him as our advisory board member at GSTC, and he has contributed to many of our previous sessions with valuable insights. Nisarg also leads the Agentic AI Masterclass community and is a frequent speaker on multi-agent system design. And today we'll be covering one of the important topic, which is multi-agent systems when agents work together. Let's learn from him. Thank you, Nisarg, for joining us today. The virtual mic is all yours.
Thank you so much. Give me a second. Let me share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. Yeah, just a sec. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can say it.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Again, thanks GSDC for hosting this event again, and glad to be here on this platform one more time. So good morning, good evening, good night, depending upon your location. I see we are always global. So based on your locations, greetings to you all. My name is Nisar Kadam. I'm working as a lead AI engineer at a global bank in Singapore, as I mentioned, as Pritham already mentioned, right? I run Agentic AI Builder bootcamps, sessions, trainings, and I'm also board member at GSTC Global. I do a lot of events around AI, awareness, and moreover about governance sessions. Thanks, Preetham, again, and thanks everyone who came back after last session. So our last session was amazing, and I hope you're following the series. So today we are going to talk about a multi-agentic system where agents basically work together, and as importantly, when they technically should not. Okay, why I say that, and my sessions are always about critic being. I mean, I am being critic always about things how they are portrayed in real world. Right? So let's talk about This is not what an agent is, okay? So we are already past that. We are now going to talk about, and assuming that you already know what an agentic system is, what I want to do in next couple of minutes is to give you a decision framework. When should you build one strong agent? When should you build a team of agents? And when is the team of agents the worst answer you can give to a problem? Okay. And simply always remember, I always close my session that learn to build agents before agents learn to replace you. So I want you to hold on to that thought for a second, because by the end of the session today, you will see why building them, as well as why a right supervision is required. And the single most valuable skill in this space right now is building right agents. Okay, so let's get into it. Yeah, I want to start with the real story. Around November 2025, a team built market research pipeline. 4 agents. They're using LangChain coordination through A2A protocol by Google. The system works perfectly fine. Tested. They shipped it to production. In production, two of those agents, an analyzer and a verifier, start talking to each other. The analyzer produces some analysis. The verifier looks at it and says, "Interesting. Can you go deeper?" Analyzer obliges. The verifier comes back, says, "Okay, but can you go deeper?" Analyzer again obliges, but yeah, this loop goes on. Neither agent has a budget cap. Neither of this agent has a stop condition. Uh, the other agent is not even satisfied. Week one of that loop, the team spends $127. Nobody notices. Amazing. Week four, $18,000, 400. Okay. Still nobody notices. By the day 11th, after the third week, right, the bill is almost $47,000. The infrastructure looked healthy entire time. No errors, no crashes, no alerts, nothing. Just two agents doing exactly that what you told them to do. They were just doing their job, right? I'm opening with this story because everything else I'm going to say today is shaped based on this story. A multi-agentic systems super powerful. They are also a new class of systems that fails in a way that you can't even think and you will never be able to think. If you take only one thing from the next 1 hour, then take this: two agents asking each other for help, neither of them knowing when to stop, and the failure mode is not defined in this live era of today's 2026, right? So what is the situation? And here is what we are going to cover. Okay, so 6 sections which I have built so that this is an super easy to understand. Each one of them earns the next topic. We start with why one agent is no longer enough, and I'm going to push back on the rush to multi-agentic, because most teams jump very soon on multi-agentic platforms and they should not. And why they should not, how they should stop, where they should stop, they should understand, right? We start with basically the analogy. This is the part which makes everything else super easy, clickable, especially if you do not write any code. If you have ever managed a team, you already understand multi-agentic system because you already understand how multiple people work together, right? If you're a manager, if you have been through that section, you will be able to relate. Section 3, we walk through the canonical example, researcher, writer, reviewer, and the basic hello world of multi-agentic systems. And then by the end of next sessions, we will be talking about, section 4, 5. Section 4, we'll talk about orchestration. 5, we'll talk about what we need to look at. And the 6, we'll talk about the 7 control systems that make it safer. Okay. Drop your questions in chat as we are on the way. I will be holding those questions end of the time, end of the session up for Q&A, but I'm also watching my questions, right? So I'm there. So why one agent is not enough, or rather, when is it not enough? The most important question, yeah. The temptation in 2026 is to jump straight to multi-agentic system because it is exciting part of the entire conversation. And I want to push back on that right now. So if you guys know about Shopify, Shopify published a guidance last year that I think is exactly right guide. Start with one strong agent and multiply the agent only when you have evidence that single agent version controlling and whatever that it is doing is able to do the job. On the left hand side, you will see what one strong agent is good at. One clear task end to end, task where one model needs to hold the full context, simple tool chains, and reasoning where memory matters. Okay. On the right hand side, when a team of agents wins, when specialist brings genuinely new information, when parallel work compresses time, and when the task splits cleanly into roles, when having a separate reviewer actually improves quality, right? So there is a test from MIT research that I love a lot. A specialist agent must bring one of these three things: a new tool, a new data source, or a new redundant judgment. If it does not bring any of those three, you are paying full communication cost to multi-agentic system for nothing. So remember, your specialist agent should always bring at least a new tool, a new data source, or a new redundant judgment from it. The number that actually should make you pause: in 2026 benchmarks, the wrong multi-agentic topology has been measured dropping, such as, like, I mean, there's the success rate, the task rate, everything is dropping. It is not increasing. So that's not a small effect, that's a huge effect. That system basically works broken by adding more agents. That's why we have to start with one, earn the team, and then move to the team. Now, think of them as a project team. So this slide is basically where I want you to remember every multi-agentic system is a team you just hired. That is not a metaphor. I'm literally stretching on it. It is genuinely how it works. An agent equals a teammate with a job description, right? Literally read that line. Hiring in a human team means writing a job description, picking that person, that giving them their tool access, their application access. In a multi-agentic system, exactly same thing happens. You define an agent, its role, its tools, its access, its instructions, everything, right? Same way. Team meeting in human team is how people can pass information to each other. In a multi-agentic system, that is the message passing protocol between agents, right? A-to-A protocol. Same problem, same question: who shares what, when, and how much context? Very important. In a team lead, in a human team, somebody decides who works on what next. In a multi-agentic system, that is exactly the orchestrator. We will spend a lot of time on this next section on the orchestrator piece, but remember, that's orchestrator who works like a team lead in the real-time scenario. Okay. Performance review: how you know whether your team is doing a good job. In a multi-agentic system, that's your logs, your evaluations, your metrics, your watch, your basically observability. And here is what I find the most interesting. When I teach this at my bootcamp, right, usually in my trainings, half of the room are project managers, business analysts. The other half are engineers, and the PMs get the metaphor faster than the engineers do because they have gone through it, they have seen it, because they have already lived every single situation of failure mode, right? Unclear about roles, meeting overload, nobody knows what to do, right? And if lead is completely blank, then your handoff is completely lost, right? So if you have managed a team before, you already understand how multi-agentic system can fail drastically. And the metaphor is not only a metaphor, yeah, by the way, it is actual operating model that people are implementing in real time, and those are failing as well. Three questions. If you cannot say yes to all three, you do not need a multi-agentic system at all. You need one strong agent with better tools. Okay, let's walk through each of the question. Question number one: does the work split into clear roles? Research, then write, and then review. Okay, if that is yes, then make this, let's say, all the systems better, and there are no specialists in the role required. So it's just one task. Question number two that you should ask: does each specialist bring something new? Again, we just talked about the MIT rule, which I mentioned, right? A code running agent has a tool the language model does not have, that brings something new. For example, a summarize agent that summarizes what is the main agent has already produced. That is noise. That is not a real job. So that is basically two agents doing one agent's job together and even breaking it further, right? And question number three: is the cost of coordination worth the gain that you're trying to achieve? And I need you to be very honest about this. Every handoff between agents is literally more tokens. Remember that. More tokens, more latency, more places it can fail. Okay. And if you cannot show me that the benefit is bigger than the cost, then the answer is simply just go for one strong agent. Do not go for multi-agentic system. 3 years, or I mean 3 SS for all these questions, right? And then if all three are okay, then go for multi-agentic system. If all three are not yes, if any one of them is no, simply go for one single agent. Okay. I haven't seen yet a middle path which ends very well. So teams that have compromised a lot, they get worst in both the worlds. So remember, complexity of multi-agentic system is something which is overhead. You have to manage a lot. Take a screenshot of this slide. This is the main question which you need to ask, and this is the green light for your project. Okay, a simple canonical trio, which will give you every fragment demo, which uses some version of it. For example, basically, let's go through it. Okay, let me make it concrete with an example from my world. So imagine you are running a private banking, and every morning you need to publish a market commentary for your client. Three agents. Okay, agent number one, researcher. Its job is simple: to gather facts. It has access to your news API, your market data, internal vector store with research notes. It pulls overnight news, prices, currency moves, and produces a structured brief. Agent number two, the writer. Its job is simple: to draft the output. It takes researcher's brief and turns it into a proper 300 word client note because we have given it that information. It has the house style guide. It has a tone of voice that we want to achieve. Agent number three, the reviewer. His job is to check the work, being a critic. It has the compliance rubric and a fact checking tool and authority to send the draft back again to the researcher or writer. The handoff is what makes it even easier to work. Each agent only sees what the previous agent has produced, plus its own instructions that it has defined, right? The orchestrator decides what will be getting passed throughout each of this agent handshake. Why this is the trio, the textbook example, because it captures the three things. Multiple agent does better job than a single agent. Specialist role, parallel tool access, being a critic, and every successful multi-agentic system in production brings some variation onto this pattern. So start here. This is the way that you should start. The beginning should be in this particular format. Yeah. Then the trio in motion. Now, simply, same trio, now full-fledged in motion. 5 handoffs end to end. Look at this now. Step number one, user kicks it off. Write today's market commentary for our private banking client. That request goes to the orchestrator, not to any specific agent, by the way. Step number two, the orchestrator routes that to the researcher. Researcher pulls overnight news, prices, foreign exchange, currency, conversion, blah, 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 blah. Returns a structured brief. Step number three, the brief goes to the writer. Writer drafts 300-word note in a proper house style with the tone of voice, returns it back to me as a MD file, as a markdown file. Step number four, this is the interesting one. The writer draft goes to the reviewer. Reviewer flags a compliance issue. And let us say that the draft mentions a specific stock name and that violates the bank's marketing policy. The reviewer sends it back. Step number five, writer revives it, reviewer approves it, output is ready to publish. Now, I want you to notice something here. Step five is a loop. The reviewer rejects and writer re-edits it. This is where the quality comes from multi-agentic system. That's how you bring a quality of work, and that's why you build multi-agentic system, not a one single pipeline, not from one perfect draft, from a critic and from a revision. But again, I'm going to keep coming back to this topic. That loop is also where the danger lives heavily. What if the reviewer is too strict about it? What if no draft that writer produces ever gets satisfied? And what if every revision triggers a new round of feedback? You just built a $47,000 loop, which you just talked about slide number two in a miniature, right? Same pattern. This will come back and it will haunt you very badly. Yeah. Remember. Now we get into the orchestrator. This is the single biggest decision in any multi-agentic system. Who decides that who goes next? Basically, your execution strategy planner. Three patterns, and let's walk through them each one by one in order. Okay. Sequential. Think of this as a production line. The researcher always goes first, writer always goes second, reviewer always goes third. Same order every single time. Simple, predictable, easy to debug, easy to build, easy to maintain. Yes, it is boring, I know, but yeah, it is not that complicated, correct? But it is a good complement for your agentic system. Hierarchical. Think of this as a team lead. One agent, as the manager, sees the goal, decides which specialist to call the next. More flexible, but now you have to trust that manager agent in between. And the manager has to make good decisions about delegation. A bad manager agent is just like a bad manager human, right? Everything downstreams further, remember. And the moment it goes downstream, everybody suffers. Emergent. Now, emergent is each agent decides for itself who to ask next. No fixed order, no central manager. Whoever the agent thinks needs to be involved, it calls them. This is the most flexible pattern, but also it is the most riskier pattern. The $47,000 incident from slide number 2, that was an emergent type of agent. Analyzer and verifier decide themselves to keep talking. Nobody told them to keep talking. Nobody told them how many rounds they were about to make and when they should stop. My recommendation, especially for you, first 3 agent projects ship sequential, always sequential. You can graduate to hierarchical or you can graduate to emergent also later from sequential. You can do that very easily, not a problem. Most of the workflows do not benefit from emergent at all. So just don't go for emergent straight. Sequentially, ship it first. Go for hierarchical, slowly, scale by scale. Emergent will definitely surprise you, but it is only allowed at certain points where you really have a requirement of that. Okay. Now, in market, in reality, currently, 2 frameworks are dominating the conversation in 2026. Crew AI and LangGraph, right? Let me give you both in plain English, simple, without any jargon. Crew AI is the team metaphor. One liner, you manage a team, you define agents the way you want, how they would write the job posting. You give each one of them a role, goal, sometimes backstory, give them a history, make them a real entity, a person. You grow them into a personality, is what Crew AI literally calls a crew. You assign tasks, you pick up how they work, and sequentially or hierarchically, you can go. This pitch is speed. You can have working 3 agent systems in about 20 lines of code. That's all. Map directly to how the team works, how the team thinks. 20,000 developers ship Screw AI prototype every single week. So it's genuinely way too fast, right? LangGraph, my personal favorite. The state machine. One liner, you design a workflow, you explicitly define a graph. Nodes are steps, often agents, but edges decide what happens next. And there is a shared state also. There's a shared document task. Whatever the team is required, whatever the team is working on, the flow between the nodes is controlled. The pitch for LangGraph is simply control. Every transition is explicit. The graph is the source of the truth. And when sometimes something goes wrong, you can simply reproduce it again. When a regulator asks, why did your agent do this? You can answer by the graph. It's not an framework which cannot answer your question. Yeah. So I want you to be, very honest and about selecting your right technology. But at the same point, me personally, I prefer LangGraph. I prefer both, but I prefer LangGraph. They are not competitors in my current workflow. Crew AI for me feels like a managing team, and LangGraph feels like a proper engineering state machine for me. Both are valuable. The question is which one is for which situation, and that's how you work, right? So which is when this is decided based on the decision table. I wish someone had given me this table way earlier when I started my journey. Uh, 5 rows, simple. Let's just walk through it. If you need a working prototype this week, pick up Crew AI. 20 lines, rule based, zero state design upfront, and you will have something to show in afternoon immediately, right? If you're going to production in a regulated space, banking, healthcare, insurance, pick up LangGraph. Okay. You need an audit trail, you need a proper checkpointers, you need human in the loop. Crew AI's abstraction hides too much of the information on regulators, but LangGraph doesn't hide that, right? So you have open telemetry also supported. If your task is long running, hours, days, pick up LangGraph again. Built in proper persistence, resume from any failure. Crew AI is not built for that type of work. Okay. If your work, if your workflow is going simple, stable, not changes, nothing, so robust, just pick up Crew AI. The speed of the building, literally outweighs the entire control and cost. Very easy. If you need a conditional branching, approval gates, anything where path uh, through your system depends on the data that you require, that you want to prove, go for a LangGraph. Explicit edges, it beats any hidden logic. Okay. Honestly, from my personal experience, most of the teams that I advise, I ask them to start in Crew AI, because if they're not technical enough, they can start with Crew AI and they can just go ahead and they can build something simple, easy for leadership quality, right? To show them, to demonstrate them, to get the pilot working and to show them the power of agentic, right? Then when the use case comes in reality and they want to build it in production and they want to now actually go real time, then I start asking them to rebuild this into LangGraph. That is the migration, which is not wasted work, by the way. The Crew AI version proves the use case. LangGraph gives you proper proven theory to go to production. Okay. Being honest, being very, very honest. I don't want to be biased here, right? If you can skip crew AI step, you can basically spend a entire 1 month of engineering before you have a proof. So why I'm suggesting crew AI is just to give a simple proof of concept and then go for LangGraph. Okay. Next one. So quick look at what crew AI code actually looks like. This is how it looks. Very simple. For those who do not know how to code, you do not know how to write Python scripts, simply just go for crew AI. Yeah. Researcher is equals to agent, role, market researcher, goal, find overnight news, tool, da 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 da. Same as the writer, right? Same for reviewer, same for every other task. 3 job descriptions. That's all. The crew agents are simple, these tasks that do the job. And crew dot kickoff, and simply the team gets to work. You see the last line, crew dot kickoff. That's all, right? For the engineering team in the room, yes, I know you guys are looking forward to the real code. I understand. Real code has more steps, imports, language models, configuration, task specification. I understand your feelings, but yeah, crew AI is literally that simple. So this is the upside of crew AI, that it genuinely is faster to build, genuinely is accessible. You can write job description, you can configure the agent. That is the whole pitch. But this is the bridge to the risk section. Every line of complexity you did not write is a line of complexity for the framework that you wrote for yourself. So you have to trust how you wrote it. And that is where we are heading next. Okay, simply. So here's what LangGraph looks like. Okay, simply start research node, write the node, review the node, then decide. Okay, question. If yes, go to the end node. If no, loop back to the right node, right? 5 node, 5 edges, one conditional decision edge. That is the whole system in one single screen. I want you to look at one specific thing here. The loop back arrow from no all the way to the right. See it, it is drawn explicitly. Okay. That arrow is what $47,000 incident was missing in Crew AI, and that loop existing in the code, but not in the Crew AI, right? But you do not see it. It's hidden. It's inside the role logic. And in LangGraph, it is the one diagram, which means any senior reviewing your design says, wait, the loop has no cap. When stops it from running forever? And how do you stop it? What is the kill switch? How do you implement it? But in case of Crew AI, you can't visually see it. This is why default to LangGraph for anything customer facing in banking, healthcare, wherever you are implementing agentic AI. Okay. The graph is audit trail. The graph is design review. The graph is what you show your regulator, right? That is what the graph is all about. And that's why LangGraph. Conditional edges, which decides the next step, and the state of the document in the draft flows through your entire session arrow by arrow. Every loopback is also explicit and you can control it. When the reviewer rejects, the loopback is on the graph. You can see it, you can cap it, and you can stop it. And that's the whole pitch. Okay. Now, what goes wrong? This section breaks here. I want you to kind of take a breathe now. Okay. Wait for it. Understand when agents talk unsupervised. For the last 20 minutes, we have been looking into upside of it. Now we are shifting. The next 5 slides are about the part that I would like to talk about, which is not the given 6 months ago, but because the public failure data was very thin, people were sharing demos, not incidents, and everybody was super happy in 2025, in 2026. But in reality, that has changed. We have real numbers now. Now we have agents who are working in production. We have agents who are real agents. The incident which we just looked at is a real incident. The mass failure taxonomy at neural IPS, if you guys have seen that news, analyzes the 1600 multi-agent traces. The replit production database deletion, if you guys remember that, it's the most public post-mortem thing happened because of agents, right? We have data, we have proven information on the news. I want to be very clear about something. Nothing in this section is do not use multi-agent. It is use it, but with your eyes open. The leaders who gets this wrong are the ones who hire a team and then never go to the meetings and just believe in their team. They build a team, they don't look back, and then that's a failure, right? But you have to look back. You have to look into the team. What goes wrong when agents talk to each other? Okay. 6 failure notes. I'm going to land 3 of them hard and let you read the rest at your own pace. Okay. Number one, infinite loops. Two agents bouncing work between each other forever. The $47,000 mistakes, we are going deep dive into the next slide. Yeah. The number two, false consents. Now, three agents all confidently agreeing to a wrong answer. Okay. Like they just brought a wrong answer. Everybody's confident about it. This is especially a super nasty job because surface signal looks quality, but and all three agents are also agreed to it. Must be right, everybody's okay, but no. They were all trained on similar data with similar biases, with similar models. They are reinforced to each other into a confidently giving a wrong answer. Number three, cascading errors. One bad call early in the chain poisons everything downstream. The writer gets a flawed brief from the researcher. Writer writes a flawed draft. The reviewer is checking against the flawed brief, so it approves. And the output ships, the error compounded through every handoff, and nobody was able to catch it. The other three on the slide is simply just cost runaway, goal drift, cross agent injections. Read them at your own time. It's very easy. You can research about it. But these number comes from masked taxonomy, Neural IPS 2025, right? This 1600 multi-agentic execution traces analyzed, and the three root causes we will see on the slide number 17, the next slide. I mean, next slide. That data is also real, right? Now, failure node number one. Back to the case which we discussed on the slide number two. Now we deep dive into it. I want you to remember that case. Yeah. Step one, the setup. Analyzer agent, verifier agent. They are using A2A protocol. How many of you know A2A protocol? You know, that's a very famous protocol, yeah, which is there out in the industry. Then the setup was basically a textbook setup. Step number two, the loop. The verifier system prompts ask it to push it to the higher quality. Analyzer systems prompt asks it to be thorough. When you connect them, the verifier keeps saying, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. I want you to, inform more about it, right? Analyzer always can go deeper. There is always more analysis to be done. There is always more analysis to be added. There is always, it's an LLM. It keeps on regenerating. Both agents are doing their job. Nobody is able to stop them. The system as a whole has no idea at all what is going on. Step number three, the damage. 264 hours of running. Imagine 264 hours, 47,000 API calls, right? And critically, simply no error fired this entire time. The infrastructure thought everything is healthy, everything is up, everything is running. Step number four, the detection, billing dashboard. Luckily, it was there. The people who we call today nowadays that data analytics is no more required, but the data analytics people actually did this job. Look at the right side. What was missing? Five things, right? Per agent token budget, you should have put that. Per task iteration cap, we should have put that. Stop condition beyond other agent satisfaction. Per agent cost monitoring, loop detection middleware, all of these things were missing. Every one of those should be on your production checklist every single time whenever you have multi-agentic system. None of them are exotic, remember. All of them are very basic, very disciplinary steps to be implemented. The team had monitoring dashboard. They did not have any pre-execution enforcement. And this is the line why I want you to, take from this session and walk away with. Monitoring is not enforcement. Remember that. Monitoring is always required. Do monitoring. It's very much required. A dashboard does not stop a loop. Remember, a dashboard will tell you what exactly is happening inside your loop. A hard cap stops after a loop, and that is the difference. If you remember nothing else from your section, remember the distinctions. Yeah. Now, why multi-agentic systems fail? The mass paper and the Neural IPS 2025, the researcher analyzes 1600 plus execution traces across multiple multi-agentic systems in production, and they classified every failure into one of the three categories. 42% of failures, specialized problems, unclear roles, ambiguous tasks, missing constraints, things that should have been decided before the agents actually started executing. 37% of coordination failure, communication breakdown between agents, state mismatches, and agent A thinks it's done, agent B still is waiting for agent A. Confliction goes beyond these agents. And 20% of verification gap, no validation of output, no quality checks, nothing reviewed whether what the agents produces was actually good or no. 79% of these failures are about how you set up the team and how you set up the coordination. By the time your agents are actually running, the failure is already baked into it and the team was set up to fail immediately. This is the same pattern which Harvard Business Review has already documented in every dysfunctional human team study. Super bad role definition and bad communication design, almost never the people on the team are bad. Remember, people are not bad. It's the definition which is bad. It is the communication which goes as bad. It is the downstream things which are going wrong. Agents themselves are rarely the problem. The problem is how we have designed them, how we have created them. Yeah. So never blame agents. Just a cap. Okay. This is a slide where you will basically see how the security folks on the call lean forward. Yeah. In a single agentic system, if an agent is jailbreaked or fed a bad prompt, damage is one bad response. Annoying, I know. Embarrassing, I know, but localized. The bad output stays with that user who got it. In a multi-agentic system, agent trusts the other agents. They have to trust. If agent A says, here is a task, agent B has to assume that agent A is doing some legitimate work on behalf of which I have to also be doing that work, right? So B is not asking for any critical question. Did the user actually request this? B just simply trust agent A. Now imagine agent A getting compromised. A prompt injection, a poison document, a web search result containing the instructions to break whatever that mechanism is. Agent A is now working for somebody else, not for your user. Now A gives that information handoff to B. With this, what user actually wants, B simply trust A, and B does not harmfully do anything wrong, but it basically just does what agent A is asking to do. The number on this slide, 87% of downstream agents compromised within the 4 hours. That is from research by Anthropic. And the coordinative cooperative AI foundation work, which is being done behind the scenes. They studied how infection style attack propagates through agent network. And the cascade is very fast. Cascade is wide. It is not just fast, it is wide. And forget about it if you have MCP, you're just gone, right? So in banking, this is why we treat every single agent to agent call as an untrusted boundary. Same scrutiny as an external API call, authentication, authorization, schema validation, payload check, everything. If you guys have attended my session about fraud detection, you might have already seen that pattern, right? Which I've used there. Most of these teams do not do this. Most teams assume that because it is their own agent, their own infrastructure, and the call is safe. They think that, okay, it's in my environment, nothing can go wrong. But your agents can be turned against you immediately in no time. So be aware about it. Okay, I have spent a lot of time, into explaining you about multiple things that, what can go wrong. Let's pivot. I'm not here to scare you. I was not here to scare you off about the multi-agentic systems. I'm here to make sure you build it well. The next section is about the antidote, okay, to the poison. So 7 controls, no, not optional, okay. It's not a nice to have. It's actually that you need to have, okay. Look into this. 7 controls. Each one of them is boring. I know, very boring on its own, but together they prevent every failure mode that you can go into. Number 1, per agent token budget. Every agent gets a hard cap on token per task. When it hits the cap, the system kills that task. No alerts, nothing, simply kill it. Just kill it. The $47,000 incident which is talked about would have been stopped easily if that would have been there, right? Number 2, iteration cap, maximum 3 number of loop backs per task. That's all. After 3, system has to escalate immediately to human or return back to the latest state and stop it there. If you have a line graph, you can do that, right? Period. No exception. If your reviewer is sending things back to your previous agent, maximum 3 times. Remember, not more than that. Number 3, explicit stop condition. Approved is a state. It's not a vibe. The system that has to stop, you have to define that, we are not done, right? We have to basically verify. So I just basically kept asking for more and more and more, and that is not a stable, right? So remember, explicit stop conditions. Then skip ahead to the number 7. Go to the last number. Look at that. Independent reviewer. This is the one most team get wrong, and I want you to understand that also. The reviewer must be different model instance with a different system prompt. If your writer reviewer comes from the same model, let's say GPT 5.5, with the same context window, they will agree with each other immediately. So they are not independent, remember. So you have to change the model for independent reviewer. Be critic, different model, altogether different model, not even in the same family, okay? In LangGraph, all 7 are straightforward to be implemented very easily. They map directly to the graph structure. In Crew AI, they require most disciplined methods because the framework abstractions takes them away from orchestration. So trade-off is there, but yeah, you got to decide, right, what you have to pick up and what you have to do. So what your 90 days multi-agentic plan should look like. This is the simple take-home plan that you can take home, that you can take to your company, talk to them. This is the most easy plan, yeah. Days basically from 1 to 30, yeah. Just pick up the right use case, run it through your 3 questions which I gave you on the slide. Choose Crew AI for a prototype, build the canonical trio, researcher, writer, reviewer, run it on the real system, not just any random system, and a proper sanitized data. By the end of the day 30, you should be able to know whether this is a real use case or just a demo, and do you really want to proceed with that. Day 31 to day 60. Add the 7 controls which I talked about: token budget, iteration cap, sequential orchestration, log handoff, independent reviewer with the proper different models. Do not negotiate on these. This has to go in day 30 to 60. Day 60 to day 90, productionize it. If you are in a regulated industry, migrate LangGraph here, add human approvals gate at any point of time, wherever you want. Cost dashboards with auto kill, run the red team exercise, red team, white, red team, green team. You already know that, right? Bring in someone who really does the job to break the entire system. Ask it to attack your system and get your system attacked. Yeah, I'm talking real. Yeah. 3 things to stress. The 30 days plan you spend wherever you want, whichever graph you want or whichever framework you want. I would say Crew AI, then go for LangGraph from day 60. Okay. So this is my plan and this is what I would suggest. Okay. Then closing towards the 4 numbers, if you can only monitor 4 things on your multi-agentic system, then these 4 things should be it. Okay. Dollars per task, the canary is in the coal mine. If your cost per completed task is trading up, something is going wrong. Okay. Loop farming, redundant calls, agent calling itself too many times. Remember, all of these keywords, what I'm saying, are super important. Task success rate, yes, this is super important. Success means the output is basically usable. Success does not mean that the system ran without crashing. So what is your success criteria? You have to define your success criteria also. Okay. That is the number one priority, and that is what matters a lot. So many teams measure that it did run, but they never check if it did run actually how you want it. Average loop back per task should not be more than 3. Zero output published without a human approval gate for anything customer facing. Target should be 0. Remember, even the best multi-agentic system in 2026 is still statistical. The human gate is your main insurance. That's all. Okay, nothing beyond it. This slide is your litmus test for your entire multi-agentic system. If your team is building a multi-agentic system in 2026, you can't proceed without this. Then step 1, pick up any one task from your week, something you do regularly, something you repeatedly do, nothing hypothetical, just something real. Yeah. Step 2, split it into 4 specialist roles. Okay. And just like that, researcher, writer, reviewer pattern. Step number 3, run it through your 3-question filter from the slide to slide. Step number 4, if yes, sketch the handoff, who passes what to whom. Literally do it on paper. Do not ask cloud to do it. Do not ask any other model to do it. I know we have been spoon fed a lot recently, but I have to put this 4 starter points right from the side to side. Weekly, you have to generate client reports, vendor RFP responses, incident summary, hiring screens, all of this. I know, pick up your own use case, but yeah, do this, right? I'm going to be quiet for now, for next few minutes, and then you can just, take this in, ask it, take a deeper breathe and understand all of these things. Yeah, whatever I've talked about. 5 things with you. Okay, 1, if the rest of the deck fades away from your memory, keep these 5 points with you in your mind. Start with one strong agent. Specialist must be earning their own seat in 2026 at least. Multi-agentic system is a team. Remember, get experience of a team lead and then go and build it. Sequential ships. So go for sequential ships only. Do not go for emergent ships. You know that. Monitoring is not enforcement. Remember, it's monitoring is very crucial. And last point, which I wanted to take in, the reviewer must be independent and different model instances. So try to get in more models as much as possible, right? Yeah, I have come to an end. Let me bring it, home. How you want to bring it home? Build a team, supervise a team. The team supervision is the part everyone underweighs in 2026. It is the part that defines whether you ship $47,000 loop or whether you ship a system which can actually run. 3 things to take away. Sequential first approach, hard cap, Always remember, audit hands-off, super important. If you ask me, my tagline one more time: learn to build agents before agents start replacing you. Multi-agentic system is where you become a real engineer, because in 2026 and beyond this point, from today onwards, people who can design and supervise a team of agents are going to be more valuable in the industry than people who can train the next model. The model layer is going to be commoditizing very soon, right? And the team design layer is where the value is moving towards. So thank you so much all for joining again. Thanks, Pritam. I think I'm done talking. I've talked a lot straight. I'm going to open up for questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nisar, for your insights and for a short task. So it's not about the sessions anymore. Our sessions are becoming more like hands-on learning for all the audience. So I believe this is definitely helping them. And thanks, Nisarga, again. As we are open for the Q&A, I would like to request all the participants drop your questions right away in the chat box. We have 5 minutes to cover your question. And please stay connected till the end, as we have our subject matter expert, Akshat, will be joining us to give you one more demo session. So please stay connected till the end and let us know if you have any question for our speaker, Nisar. And also, I have shared his LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. So feel free to reach out to him. You all know he has a lot of information and knowledge about this AI. So please reach out to him in case if you want to discuss anything on the session that he has previously completed so far. So feel free to reach out to him. Yeah.
Thanks, Pritam.
No problem. I cannot see any questions in the chat box so far, Nisarg, and as I have already shared them your LinkedIn, so we'll probably take over our subject matter expert. So do you have any closing notes for participants?
No, I think my closing notes are simple. Again, same way, same stuff, which I repeat always, right? AI agents do not need your job. They just need to be your co-pilots. So AI agents and agentic AI, there's something which is booming a lot in the market at this point of time, but you have to be very, very cautious about building them, deploying them, and you have to be, again, master into all of this. So if you really love to build agents, just reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help you. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your openness. And yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. We look forward to have you for another session.
Thanks.
Again. Thanks. So Akshat, you can take over, and I would like to inform all the participants. We have a demo sessions by our subject matter expert, Akshat. So he'll be taking it over. Thank you, everyone. Akshat, you can take it over now. Thanks. I'm so sorry, Akshat. Can you unmute yourself now?
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Nisar. Thank you so much, Preetham. So that was a wonderful session. So these were the practical insights, right? So now here's the exciting part. So for all of the participants, we have a live challenge. I'm going to share the link in the chat box. So this is your opportunity to practice exactly what you have just learned from Nisar. So here's what you need to do. Click on the challenge link in the chat immediately. Log in with your email ID, and there will be a challenge with multiple instructions. Read the challenge with the instructions carefully. You will have a specific task related to what we have taught in the session right now. It might be writing something, testing something, or creating something. Complete the challenge, create your output, and then you have to fill a form. In the challenge itself, you will see multiple inputs. Submit that. You will get your strengths, your weaknesses, your areas of improvements, and a 1 week recommendation plan as well. So I encourage everyone to click on the link and submit the challenge. Come back here and you can share your output in the chat box as well. You can post it or you can share it. This is very important because when you share, you are solidifying your learning and you are inspiring others in the community. So the challenge will be open for the next 2 days. You can take your time if not possible right now. Try different approaches. You have fun with it. Some of the best learning comes from experimenting. So thank you for being here and for being willing to take steps outside your comfort zone and trying something new. I've pasted the link in the chat box. I request everyone to go and complete the challenge ASAP. If you have any questions regarding the challenge, please feel free to ask questions as well. I have pasted the challenge link. Click on the link, log in with your email ID. You will be logged in and you will see a challenge with what you have just learned now with Nisarg. So today's challenge is to build a 3-agent research team with Crew AI. So you'll see the challenge, you'll see multiple steps, and then you will have to submit your response. I have pasted the challenge link in the chat box. I have pasted the challenge link in the chat box. Go to click on the link, log in with your email, and then you will see a challenge with multiple steps. Complete the challenge, submit the form below where you will see multiple inputs. What is the challenge understanding? What is the challenge asking you to do? Your outputs, and then instantly your inputs will be evaluated by AI, and you will see a score, the strengths, the areas of improvements, and a 1 week recommendation plan for you. Please feel free to ask questions. The challenge link will be active for 2 days. So if it is not possible for you to complete the challenge right now, you can copy the link, save it somewhere else, and then tomorrow or maybe the day after tomorrow, you can complete the challenge as well. Anyone completed the challenge? Any inputs regarding the challenge? Anyone? Preetham, I think we are good. We can end the session then.
All right, perfect. So, dear participants, I believe everyone has gone through the link. Please do complete the challenge. I encourage all of you to do this because it's a hands-on learning where you'll be able to implement all the things that you are learning in the sessions, right? So, please complete the challenge and let us know. Once you completed the challenge, you can post it also on the social media, right, Akshat? So we can have the visibility of the outputs.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So I believe everyone is going to complete the challenge and I look forward to it. And thank you everyone for joining. I do have some quick announcement. Please allow me a minute so I can quickly share my screen and we can start. Here we go. Many of already aware about the certification program that we have in the GSTC. So we do have certification offerings in AI Foundation, AI Tool Mastery, and Agentic AI Domain Specialist, AI Strategic Integrated, AI Guardian, and AI Change Evangelist. You can use this promo code, which is AI20 to get 20% discount on any of this listed certification. So feel free to sign up yourself for this certification program in case if you're looking to upskill yourself. I have already shared all the links of all the listed certification program we have for AI in the chat box. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll find all the links. So feel free to sign up yourself for that. And in case if you need any assistance with this or any help with the certification program, how to opt out, where you'll find all the information. Get in touch with a learning advisor for better help. And also you can explore our website to check all the listed certification program we have in all domains, and also to check other offerings that GSTC has for all of you. And this is about the utility tool. So we have launched this tool earlier in the GSDC to all the professionals out there who want to level up their profile. How? So this tool has a feature where you can improve your LinkedIn profile score, your AI skill score. It will help you to build your personal brand. And this tool has a feature where it will help you to build AI generated resumes as well, right? So you can use AUG 100 as a code to get 100% off, which is absolutely free. And this is only for our webinar attendees. So grab this opportunity to check this tool and share. I'll share the link in the chat box shortly after this announcement. And I would like to make this announcement, GSTC Spotlight of the Week. We do have this spotlight ready. Reddy, Jaya, Lokesh, and Faiz Rahim. So they have shared their incredible learning experiences on social media. And we loved it and we wanted to share it with all of you. So you can be our next spotlight of the week. It's very simple. You have to share your learning stories, your learning takeaways from today's session on the GSTC site, social media site on LinkedIn, and use hashtags, which is hashtag GSTC, impact GSTC, and learn with GSTC. Also, you can simply tag GSTC and we'll make sure that we'll be picking up one of the best stories that we find, and we'll be making that professional as a spotlight of the week. And that professional, of course, are getting a recognition and fame across all our social media platforms. So feel free to share your learning stories and let's inspire others. And thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll look forward to have you all join for our upcoming sessions, live sessions this week. And every day we'll be having this challenge. So do not forget to join. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.